Bandit.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Back to throw, gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Mullins and the Niners now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And some space here. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold number 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
60 Pittsburgh.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. 18 yards, first down Niners.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness. One cut, and he goes. That's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Check.
Now.
Check. 57.
They're going to look to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
Ready, ready.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Quarterback D-line, get that quarterback D-line. D-line, get that
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
36.
Hey, 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 hey.
Buzz, be ready, be ready. 58 to Mike, 58.
Hey, Echo.
Watch the screen, watch
Get it.
Here we go on second and 12. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Big River, Big River.
He'll drop to throw. Just keeping the play alive. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And Gurley on first down, no chance that time. He's swallowed up for a loss of about 3. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap for Goff. It got his man complete. The 30. 10. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, 83 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Come on, set.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Hey, Mike 40, Mike 40. They can't hang with us.
Hey, we're going, Mike.
Hustle, hustle. Hit it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, zoom. Now.
He'll look to throw.
Wild Bill.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 18 yards, first down, Niners.
Got it.
So we got man.
61, Matchbox Lights.
We got three.
Hurry. 5.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Blue draw corkers.
52.
Hey, high 7.
Mike 40,
Yep.
Mike 40. Don't get nervous.
42.
2nd and 6.
QB's trapped.
He finds his target, Beckham. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Odell Beckham, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. They got him in. It's Woods. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
180.
Watch 18. 18's the mic. Here we go.
Four now.
Here we go.
11. No. 11.
Now a first down throw. Goff. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Chris Jones, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Goff now to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, your credit? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Ross on the return. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Check 37. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
Hey! Let go!
On 1st down, Cohen dropped at the 35, able to display his agility, but not much room to operate. John Johnson, one of the leading tacklers from the safety position in the NFL, there to make the stop. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's the 2nd and 7.
You ain't doing nothing
Pressure
today.
comes, and down he goes. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Ready,
A
ready.
reminder, once we hit
10
halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down.
Check 31, check 31.
Hey, Haywood. Go.
Motion backfield.
They'll look to throw here. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. Mullins now, 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Ready.
Looking to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time, and that'll bring up second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Ready,
Up
break.
at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
You can't block me.
And an alley to run. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers.
Touchdown, baby.
John Ross, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6.